boom. Here we have our next podcast with Janice and Mo.
Something like that. Hello. How are you doing?
I'm alright,
Good. Right, first musical question. What bands have you been in?
I've only been in 2 bands.
Mm-hmm.
One was called the Jaders,
Yeah.
and one of our members was Jimmy McCulloch, who went to play with Paul McCartney and Wings.
Amazing.
And for a short time, he was with the Rolling Stones when, what's his name, the guitarist died, and he took over. But he was very young.
Yeah.
And he couldn't put up with people like Keith Richards and all that lot with the blues and the drugs. So he packed in, and he's a band called Thunderclap Newman.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of them?
No.
There's a song called they're one-hit wonders, but there's a song called Something in the Air.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can hear it and it's coming in the air tonight.
I like that. It's
Phil
Phil
Collins.
Collins.
That's what's Phil Collins. What was it? So hold up the revolution because it's dancing in the air.
Yeah, I recognise that.
Yeah, he was in that band.
Yeah.
And then when Brian Jones got stoned and drunk and drove his Rolls Royce into a swimming pool and drowned, he played guitar for the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
But he couldn't stand. I mean, he's only young, and people like Keith Richards and that, he just couldn't stand the pace for it.
So what kind of music did you play in that band then?
But rock.
Rock.
Well, 60s rock,
Yeah.
sort of Stones, that sort of
Okay.
thing, and started to go into a wee bit of early 70s stuff, like early Led Zeppelin, that sort of thing. Yeah.
So was that the first band you were in?
Yeah.
And the second one?
Second band, I've only been to
Yeah.
actual like rock bands.
Mm-hmm.
Been in several like folk band. But the other band I was with when I was a prison officer, and they're called Red Raw, which is an underground warder.
Oh, so it is. Clever.
Yeah.
And what kind of music did you play?
General sort of, we do things like wedding receptions and pop stuff. So it was always, if it was a wedding reception, we would ask favourite songs,
Requests,
that sort of thing. But yeah, pop stuff, it was usually middle of the road rock.
Okay.
Sort of thing, yeah.
Cool. Nice. So what about bands that you've seen?
Loads.
Can you pick a few favourites?
Yep.
Maybe 3?
It's my right nostril, my left nostril.
Let's go for top 3.
You've probably never heard of them, but a band called Nice.
Okay.
Have you heard of Emerson, Lake and Palmer?
No.
Sorry.
Okay. That's fine.
Keith Emerson was the keyboard player
Mm-hmm.
in Nice. And we went to see them at the Caird Hall, which is one of the biggest pipe organs in Europe. And he had like 2 electric keyboards back to back. And he's doing things like sticking daggers in one of them, and that would hold down a chord, and he'd play on the other one.
Very bizarre.
And the song from, Everything's Free in America and all that lot. It's from one of the musicals. Well, he was doing that on his 2 keyboards, and he's only a little guy, and he sort of looked up and he saw this huge pipe organ in Caird Hall, one of the finest in Europe apparently, and you could see the wee sparkle in the his head. And have you been to Caird Hall?
I think when I was really young, so I don't know.
Well, you got the orchestra steps where the the orchestra actually sits, and then up between there is the normal steps where they go to take the place. And he went running up the steps where they sit to play. So he's sort of running upstairs like that sort of thing, you know, because he's not that tall, you know. And he got on this pipe organ, and the whole audience was totally quiet. Like some classical piece, I can't remember what it was, but the whole audience was totally rapt, you know, and listening to this piece. And then he suddenly burst into a "Do Like to Be Beside the Seaside" on one of the biggest pipe organs in Europe. You know?
Brilliant.
It was brilliant, yeah.
So what about another one then? We'll maybe make it top two. So
Stones.
Knife and the Stones, yeah.
Mudfield.
Top secrets.
What is your favourite gig you've been to?
Well,
I've been to well.
yeah.
Well,
It's difficult for me because I've been to quite a few, and I find it really difficult to choose because I love all kinds of music, well, most kinds of music. So yeah, I don't know. I might need to I could maybe say two and for different reasons, obviously for the music, but in terms of like the show that was put on, okay, I went to see Pink
all
about
right. Yeah.
4 years ago. So her show is spectacular, and she does a lot of kind of acrobatics and flying about on a wire and stuff.
Wow.
Still singing, yeah. So it's amazing, really good. And actually I discovered later in life that I was a bit of a rock chick. I didn't know this.
Man.
Okay, so I got the opportunity to go and see the Foo Fighters.
Wow.
And you know, I can't remember whenever they played at Murrayfield, Dave Grohl had broken his leg, so it was rescheduled, and we managed to get tickets that time. And I felt a bit of a fraud because I felt like I shouldn't be there, but once I got there, I absolutely loved it. So yeah, so I then very quickly became a massive Foo Fighters fan.
Once going to the Caird Hall, and it was the band before Emerson, Lake and Palmer. It was just called Nights. Emerson was there, and we had seats Q or something, Q 10 and 11 or something like that. And they walking around and couldn't see, you know, they've got all the signs up for rows A to D, whatever. And some of these hairy guys coming down, night, you know where seats Q are? You said, don't know, mate, can't even find the effing stage. It was the band.